It's me. I'm on the floor. It's Kelsey Bell. We're live on location at Desert City Games in Kamloops, BC. It's their 1 year anniversary today.
Well, not today, but close.
It's okay.
But we're celebrating.
That's why we're here.
There's a huge bunch of tournaments and games and muchos fun.
I'm with RoboThink Kamloops.
Is this your business that you have yourself?
Yes, ma'am. This is a local business that we've just started and brought to Kamloops. We're all about teaching children STEM robotics. So between the ages of 6 and 14, we teach robotics, programming, AI, fabrication, coding, all kinds of stuff, and we make it fun and interesting so that the children can develop an interest and a passion for it, and then turn that into something cool in the future.
For sure. I see Hunter here. He's created his own robot called Doombot.
To a go-kart, now he's this.
Was his name always Doombot, even as a bumper car?
No, it's his first ever name was Clawbot.
Clawbot.
He was overpowered, so that's why we had to team up. Okay, now,
What's going on now? I see there's...
your tire is
Almost out. You've almost pushed me out.
Jamal, what's your robot's name? I know I asked you earlier, but you got to make up one right now.
It's Crustacean Bot. He looks like
competition. But you do birthday party.
more.
Yeah, and
How did you fix that?
only this one was getting it away.
How did you fix that?
Only this one was getting it away.
Yeah.
So I was able to move it around by like spinning it or pulling him up and fixing it.
Yeah. What about these wires? You protected them?
I'm protecting them because I don't want to get a technical knockout by getting my wires pulled out.
Can you explain what a technical knockout means? Just for people like me, I don't get it.
Because if you lose even one of your wires, if even one of your wires unplugs, it's game over because it will mess up, and then you're gonna have to fix it, and you might forget no fixing in battles.
Yeah.
With more people in a battle. You only can fix it with you and another person.
Oh.
But if there are other people, you have to go and repair the technical knockout on the table. So that's why you have to watch out for your wires.
That's right.
You also can technical knockout yourself.
Oh my gosh, how?
Doing
that?
Because, for example, if I keep running over my wire and accidentally unplug myself, I technical knockouted myself, and he gets a win. He only got one, though.
That's like an easy win.
Yes.
So
You don't want that.
I'm pretty much way stronger than him.
Yeah, I can see. Sorry, Clawbot or Crab.
Crustacean Bot. No worries.
Oh, and there is my fifth win.
Oh man, just pushed me out.
How?
I got 5 wins in a row now. Impressive.
Where's your trophy? You got to make it out of Lego pieces. I know these aren't quite Lego. They're like.
I can figure out how to make one out of these.
I think so.
That will take a bit of time. And the main piece will be these ones for the circular part on top.
Yes.
Hunter, what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a famous YouTuber and get richer than Mr. Beast and get more subscribers than him. Because I'm jealous.
Did you say Mr. Beast? Oh, I come from a generation, I thought I heard Mr. Bean.
That's my generation.
Yeah.
I totally understand what you're saying.
I'm almost 42.
Mr. Beast is...
Mr. Beast is who? Who is Mr. Beast?
He's the most famous YouTuber. He has the most subscribers, and he was the first YouTuber in the world.
What?
And he's the richest man alive.
Really?
Yes, and he uses and how he got it is because he got plenty of subscribers to make money, and he also spends it on his videos, but most of them are Minecraft videos. Some are in real life, and I really like it. and 2 of them I watched were hide and seek with 10 people he has to hunt down. But every now and then he calls in some backup. It's mostly Chris, one of his friends, but in one of them Chris may have bonked his knee, and it was the one that had surgery on it.
Oh, ow!
So he had to bring back one of the contestants, Carl,
Yeah.
to help him out, and he did really well.
Thank you for that. I have a feeling you have a very bright and interesting future ahead of you. But money doesn't equal happiness. What do you think about that?
And Mr. Beast also gives money away, but you have to.
Good. That's nice.
But if you want to get it, you have to do challenges, and that's what I'm going to do in the future when I get lots of money. And I'm also going to share it with my friends and family.
Oh, you have a big brain and a big heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, be proud.
I'm super caring, so
I know you are. Yeah.
I am super excited to become a YouTuber. That's why I'm saving up lots of money for a camera.
Are you allowed to be on camera now? Like, are you allowed to have your own YouTube channel at this age? Or do you have to be a little bit older?
Some people start at teenager, and some kids are actually just normal kids, and they started their YouTube channel. So I'm pretty sure it's fine for me to have just one video.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm pretty sure my mom and dad will be fine with that.
Yeah. It's good to be a kid too. Enjoy it while it lasts. Are you gonna make any more robots in the future?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the same leg, the same type of stuff, and getting lots of it.
Yeah.
Like 10 boxes.
10 boxes?
It may cost, and even though it costs $50 or something, I'm going to do that when I'm a YouTuber, and I have plenty of money.
Money, yes. Mm-hmm. Money's fun.
That's how I do stuff.
Yeah. That's how grown-ups do things too, is money. We need money to go leave the house. Yeah.
And I'm thinking about also getting myself a mansion in the future.
A mansion?
So I have lots of space to do stuff. Because right now my house is tiny. It's not that big.
How can you fit in this house?
It's literally just half of this building.
That's okay.
It's like a quarter of this building. Like.
Do you have lots of nice, yummy food?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what matters.
I have lots of bear paws. I
Yeah.
run out because we always get them, and I only eat one a day. But whenever my mom goes for a nap, I eat more. But I'm excited for this battle.
Don't tell Mom.
If I get 5 more wins, I will have 10.
You can have all the bear paws in the world.
If I get 10 more wins, I have 15.
That's true.
That would be impressive.
I think it would be very impressive.
How do you handle losing?
I get revenge. And in some video games, you actually can revenge on the person that defeated you, and they get eliminated.
So how do you
Eliminated.
with when you're defeated in the ring? How do you deal with that?
I upgrade my bot a lot, and also I make it stronger, and I test if it works.
Yeah.
And I know how to fix it if the wires don't work correctly.
Excellent.
So you have to learn, why did my robot lose this fight? Was it my wheel? Was it loose? What was it? And then you have to figure it out and fix it.
But if you press this button and it turns into this button, and this button turns into this button, and they all swap around, I know how to fix it because these 2 wires are put in the wrong place.
That's right.
Is that a technical issue?
Yes, but you need to have your motherboard and your main board connected, and this one is the main wire because it's how this whole thing runs. And this is the brain.
It's the brain. The motherboard is the brain of the robot.
Yeah.
Cool. I think there's motherboards in computers, right?
Yeah.
You know that though. I think you're smarter than I'll ever be. How long have you been doing this business, Jamal?
So this will be our 8th week. This will be our 8th week in doing this in Kamloops. Mostly for the first 6 weeks, we've been doing free workshops to help build an understanding of what it is that we do all over this city. And we've been having quite a bit of fun. So just for the last 8 weeks, it's been a wild ride, actually.
You're saying you've been in business for 8 weeks?
Yeah, we're brand new. We're extremely new.
That is so impressive. And you've already been to a birthday party?
Already been to a birthday party, yes, ma'am.
Is this all done through word of mouth, or how are you advertising?
So right now, we're mostly advertising thanks to our wonderful business partners here at Desert City Gaming. They're being very helpful in getting the word out. We do a lot of Instagram and Facebook advertising, and we're working with companies like Iron Road Brewing and Bright Eye Brewing to do brews and bots days as well, so you can come with your children, have a drink, and play exactly like we're playing right in the restaurant area. It's actually a lot of fun. We did Bright Eye Brewing last week, and it was an amazing time.
I'm really impressed, like just how new you are and how much you've done so far. Why did you decide to do this?
Well, we decided to come to Kamloops because my goddaughter lives here, and we were looking for something to do and something to open, and we found that there was kind of a space for STEM activities for after school and extracurricular stuff that wasn't being filled as well as we might have liked.
Yeah.
So we decided to try this and see how it went, and when we got our kits, we spent 5 hours building robots and thought, okay, this is too much fun. I definitely want to make this into a business. And we've been incredibly lucky and fortunate that the people of Kamloops have blessed us with all kinds of help and advice and opportunities that we might not otherwise have. The North Shore Business Association and the Chamber of Commerce have been extremely helpful in getting the word out and helping us find people who would be interested in this. And then again, groups like Desert City Gaming have been extremely helpful in offering us the opportunity to hold free events here because they're giving us the space for free. So we really appreciate that.
You said you came here from somewhere else. Where did you come from?
We just moved here from Chilliwack, actually. We sold a couple of businesses out there, and we're looking for a place to go. We were thinking maybe back to Alberta, where my brother and I were born, but it's snowing there right now, and it's sunny here, and we're like, okay, I would prefer not to shovel, and this is working out nicely for me. So
I hope you like it here. I'm from here, and I
love it here.
It's growing, and because of people like you, it's becoming more creative and interesting.
We're hoping to make that happen.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, shoot. Yes, what do you want to say, Hunter?
And I also pushed you out during 2 more times, so can that count as 7?
I'm not sure that counts if I'm having a conversation.
Hunter, you can't be cheating. Okay, do you want to start a game? Do you want to have a battle right now?
Yeah.
On the count of 10? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Battle!
I'm gonna get.
Ouch! Ouch! Oh no! My battery! Ouch!
Wait.
My tire is out. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
So you have to do you have to push the whole robot out of the...
Oh, wait. I think when I pushed you out, this didn't happen when I pushed you out. So it's not a tie.
No, I definitely lost. We just want to fix our battle damage. Your monster's vehicle is way too strong.
Yes. Oh, wait, where did you...
Jamal, can you explain how to win and how to, like, what makes you a winner and what makes you a loser?
This fell off the board.
So The idea behind what we're doing here is not so much winning and losing, it's understanding how everything functions.
Okay.
It's experimentation and innovation. Our motto is try it. If it doesn't work, we'll fix it and make it work.
I think Hunter cares about winning, though.
Hunter is big on winning. That's absolutely good. That's absolutely true. And the way that Hunter is able to win so consistently is he's used the weight of his bot and the structure of his scoop to be able to lift up the bot that I'm using and put me on the back foot, and then he can just push me slowly out of the circle. It's a consistent strategy, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
One of the mistakes that I'm making is I keep starting too close to the edge, so I have no room to maneuver. But hopefully we can fix that in our strategy session. And
You'll learn one day, Jamal. Don't worry.
It'll take me a little time, but I'll figure it out. And then we'll go from there. I think I need to do some more modifications on my bot. Hunter's is crazy good.
So, are you trying to think of a way to scoop his up more, or how so?
So there's a couple different ways to engage with a bot that's heavier and more spread out like Hunter's.
Yeah.
The way I'm doing it is obviously not working. Speed and agility is the way I would go. So I would take some of the weight off my bot, make it a little lighter so it's got a little more speed to it, and try and avoid the hooks that he's got coming out front. I would also add a little more weight to the center of gravity of my vehicle so that I've got a better turning radius. Hunter's vehicle is designed to catch you, but his turning radius or his turning speed is not so strong. So if my vehicle is lighter, I might be able to avoid some hooks. But Hunter's taken that into account with his hooks on the back there. So I'll have to be much better at driving than I am now in order to have any success.
I wish you so much luck.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna need it.
You will. Hunter, have fun collecting trophies.
And I have to tell him something. I think you should go get your brother so we can team up and kick his butt.
Do a three-way?
Oh!
Those are big words, my man. Let's
Wow.
see how it goes.
And you got cool shoes.
And they also light up.
They
Thank
do.
you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Jamal.
Don't forget to turn up your box and let's go find my brother.
One more time. So you're Jamal from Robot Think?
RoboThink. RoboThink Kamloops.
RoboThink Kamloops. Do you have a location or?
Currently, since we're so brand new, what we've decided is to be in as many locations as possible. So from Iron Road Brewing to Bright Eye Brewing, Francesco's Artisan Bazaar to Desert City. We also held events at TCC. We're all over the place basically every day.
And if somebody wants to have you for their event, can they contact you?
Yes, they absolutely can. I should know this by heart, but I don't. So
You're
I'm
brand
going
new.
to pull it out here. We are at myrobothink.com/Kamloops. And we're on Facebook and Instagram, although I'm not sure what the RoboThink Kamloops is going to be our tag for Facebook and Instagram.
So if you're getting married, call these guys and
We'll make your party wild.
instead of a flower girl, you can have a robot.
There's all kinds of craziness we can get done for you. We're happy to help and innovate.
Cool. I'm really glad to learn about what you do. That's so unique. Oh my gosh.
We're about
Okay.
to watch something crazy go on here.
Okay.
Oh, it's you. Are you ready, buddy? Yeah, it goes in that way. There you go. Back to your corner, troublemaker.
Back to your corner. Away from ours.
All right, you ready, my man?
Can I maybe press my mark real quick?
I know your brother's name. I don't know yours though.
Oh, Cal.
Cal.
Yes.
And this is Clawbot.
Yes. This is the Clawbot 3000.
Clawbot 3000. Oh.
This is actually the design of a student who came in this week. They came in not knowing how any of this worked, and
Yeah.
this is what they had built by the end of the week.
It's fantastic. I like it. It reminds me of a Tonka truck.
Yeah.
What happened, Hunter? What happened?
I do not know what's happening. Whenever I try to attack, he's always all over.
Are you allowed to fix your robot during battle?
Only if his is distracted. Dude, get out of my way, partner.
Dude, out of the way. Out of the way.
I was gonna knock you out. Are you trying to knock him out?
I'm trying to trap him.
Do you want me to be camera lady? Or what do you want? What do you want? Oh, I don't have to talk into the microphone.
But people can hear you when you do.
I know, but might as well keep it here.
I guess you might as well. I would say maybe grab Cole and.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Once he puts down the big box, I think he's ready to go there.
Fun. I'm having so much fun with Hunter here.
Yeah, well, thank guys. They've been fantastic. They popped in. I think we've been going on for about 3 months with them, and just been giving them the space to use so that they can grow and get known around the community. So giving them a spot to be.
And they appreciate having a space to play in.
Yeah.
Advertising.
Yeah. Well, it's time that would normally be quiet back here for us. So we want to fill it up, and the more people that know about them, more people that know about us. So we give them a business to work with, and they're starting to take off quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You scratch their back, they scratch yours. It works both ways.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys brothers by chance?
No.
Oh.
No, we're not.
Oh, do you get asked that before? I wonder why that is. It's the eyes. You have the same eye color, or you both have shoulders. I don't know. Anyway, what's your name? Rory.
Yeah, Rory.
Do you both own this business together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We're dual owners in this company, so we each own 50%.
Todd's smarter. He's going to talk now.
Oh, okay.
Is that?
I missed what you guys were saying.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
This is Todd.
Todd.
Todd's also part of the show.
Yes. Hi, Todd. I'm Cole, and this is Rory here.
Okay.
Rory?
Do you want
to
one?
meet you.
Here you go. Have one. I'm going to be camera lady now.
Oh, you're going to do that?
Is that what you want me to do?
No, we can both be in front of the camera. I don't, but you can also do that if you want.
Oh, I don't know.
Do what you want.
This is live.
I don't know.
What you want?
Join us. Come by. Hello.
Hello. Okay.
So yeah.
She's gone now. All right.
All right. There we go.
So, tell us about your shop here.
Excellent. So we're here at Desert City Games on the North Shore of Kamloops, BC. Just on Lay Road, right across from Integra Tire. So right from the Overlander Bridge, right just on the first stop on your right. So we do everything from trading card games, board games, tabletop war games, and general collectibles. We also work with a lot of events too. So that's what's going on behind me right now. Is one of those championship events. We also had another one that fired earlier today. And each player in there, they're going to compete for limited promos, special cards. Sometimes they're competing for regional events. So people will be competing from guys all across BC, and then they get a chance to travel to a national event.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that'll happen across multiple trading card games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the main ones that we focus on right now: Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, One Piece. In total, there's about 27 iterations of games that we support.
Okay.
For trading cards, tabletop, we have about 6, 7 that we support right now. Something like that, yeah. And then board games, we just got our wall of board games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a fair amount of your space here is dedicated to like this sort of gaming area in the back.
Yep.
Was that a sort of a big part of what you wanted to accomplish with the business, was to create a place for tournaments and live games taking place here, or?
Yeah, of course. We started with the retail, and we wanted, when we were at our old business, we had events, and we kept finding we were running out of space.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to give a dedicated space for people to come in, play publicly, privately, with their friends, do whatever they want to do, without having it so blended together.
Right.
Yeah.
So that the playing area wasn't overlapping with the commercial business area. Is that sort of what you're saying?
Yeah, that was our initial goal then.
Yeah. And you mentioned like you had a previous location?
Yeah, me and Cole had a business before this up the hill, Haven Games.
Okay.
Some unfortunate situations happened. We were forced to temporarily close, and then we reopened down here under a new name.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Why the name change? Or is that like a detail you guys can't really...
We just wanted to change it up.
Okay.
Yeah. We just kind of wanted to change it up. That was about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys are both... Have you been both big sort of gamers for most of your lives, or...?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I remember playing in elementary school on the playground yard with Magic cards.
Yeah.
So that's cards.
Not pogs?
Not pogs. No. We didn't play with the pogs.
I think that was a bit before our time.
Yeah, that would have been it.
Okay. I'm trying to see how old. Oh, okay.
No. We're still under 30.
There you go. That's how you tell the difference in generations.
Exactly.
If you're no pogs under 30.
No. So I remember playing as a kid, and where I grew up, there wasn't anything like this. So, and similar thing with Rory here too. There wasn't anywhere to actually come and play with your friends. You either played in the library, you played at the kitchen at school, the cafeteria, you played at your friend's place. That was it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
A lot of garage. A lot of garage in my childhood.
Right.
Card games in the garage with all the guys.
Yeah.
So I guess having a space like this would have been, a draw if you'd had a more centralized, and maybe a chance to sort of meet other similar-minded people who like the same sort of games, maybe introduce you to a new game you haven't tried before.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of this is. So with having the space separated in the dedicated area, you get people who will bleed over between the two games. So you have someone who will just play one game for a long time, then they try something else, and they love it.
So, like how the Robo think, how they do birthday parties, would you guys be open to hosting birthday parties or something similar to that?
It's not something that's out of question for us. We will consider it. But for the most part, we do like keeping it as a public environment for everybody. We don't want to be blocking off specific nights to just dedicate to our people. But
We're not equipped for it yet either. We don't have we definitely build off of bring your stuff, come play here. We don't have a lot of, hey, play with this stuff.
Right.
We do have a small selection of board games, but nothing really that would facilitate that, right?
Are you ever looking for donations of games?
We'll never say no to them, as we don't resell them. They're just here for public use, as we don't charge to use the space at all. So if somebody wants to come in, leave a board game back here, we're never against it.
What if someone gets hungry or thirsty here?
We do have some drinks and snacks out front. Nothing too crazy. Otherwise, people are more than welcome to order food right to the store, bring stuff with them from home.
Thanks.
yeah. We're also quite centralized with the amount of food that's surrounding us too.
Right.
So anywhere you go, you're going to be 5 minutes from a meal. You can walk down the street and have 3 different options.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or if you want to drive, you can go down to Safeway down the road. Like tons of places close by that make it easy to.
It's just nice to
have a
nibble
half
on
hour.
something and play a game, I think.
It is, yes, and that's why we have our selection up front.
Cool.
So people always come in and they'll get a drink, they'll grab their snacks, they'll sit down, and then a couple hours later it's dinner time. They'll go out, get some food, come back, get a snack, and relax.
What are your hours like?
Our hours currently, so from Sunday to Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're open 12 to 8. Monday, we're currently closed. And then Friday, Saturday, we are 12 to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, so we go a little later in the evening. Yes. Yeah, we want to be able to make it so that, because a lot of the people who are in our customer base, everybody's working.
Yeah.
Well, they're not awake before noon.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they gamed all night.
Yes. So having those later operating hours, people get off work and then they'll come spend 3 hours here.
Nice.
So they'll be that 5 o'clock, they're off, they come relax for a couple hours, head back home for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So the space back here, it sounds like it's more of like a drop-in. People can just sort of come in, play a game. Is it also maybe like if someone's just sort of curious about how games work, they could just sort of drop in and hang out and watch?
So this morning I had a gentleman come in. He'd never played D&D before. He wanted to ask questions about it. We chatted for a bit. And then he asked about board games. I showed him the space, and he was really excited. He had a place that he could bring his friends in to just come play. But it's more of when we have these games being played, they're really great communities. People are always willing to teach. Mm-hmm. And especially with guys like that, I directed them to when we have tabletop RPGs going on to come check it out and kind of learn from there.
Yeah, because I feel like for a lot of people, when it comes to stuff like tabletop RPGs, even like some of the bigger board games, collectible card games, it can feel kind of overwhelming to start if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and that's where we'll work with Learn to Play events as well.
Yeah.
So we'll host dedicated days that are designed for somebody to come in and learn a game. Right? With the board games, it can be a lot, but like you said, when there's a community of people already around you, and you can just kind of drop in, and it's a very inviting community, you're going to be able to get into it a lot easier, and you may not even have to purchase it right away either. Right? So if 3 people already own a copy of the game you want to try, well, you can actually go and try it first with them before you decide, I'll take this home to my kids and family.
Which is good sometimes too, because I play board games a little bit myself, and a lot of them are quite expensive these days.
Yes.
Twister isn't that expensive.
No, Twister
Todd.
is not the one I was thinking of. But there are board games that are like $100, $150, $200.
Yeah, there are some of the major collectible ones that are reaching that 120, and the thing about those is they're limited print as well.
Oh, really?
Some of them are. So
Yeah.
when we get them in, we'll get our allocation for it, sell out day of, and there's nothing left.
Right.
So now you have to find those people who bought those games, who have the limited edition run that you've heard about 6 months after.
Right. Wow.
Isn't there a local game maker here in town?
There is. We did a stream with someone who had made a game locally. Yeah.
There's 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. One of them made Contractor, the other made Breakaway, and then Rob Sieb made a game as well. He's on his second version.
I think that might be.
The Trifosa.
Yeah, that's Rob. I think is who we
Yeah.
talked to.
Yeah, Rob Sieb.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you give those people a venue to sell their games at?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
We're at a Travelers right now, but the other 2 games do have a place on our shelf.
Nice.
And whenever we run out, we just be like, hey, come bring some more in. Try to support the local communities, including not just the ones playing games, ones making them as well.
Yeah. That's great. Have you guys ever thought about making your own game?
Nope.
We are.
You're gamers, but you don't want to make any.
We'll leave it to the professionals at building games. We'll just play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game? Do you
Ooh.
is that an offensive question to ask?
No, not at all. It's more so trying to narrow it down
Right.
is a tough part. All of us will have our top 3 or top 5 games.
Yeah.
Doing the 2.
Well, then, what's a couple like?
Couple. My favorite board game would be probably Slay the Spire, which came out a while ago.
Oh, interesting. I got a buddy who really loved the video game.
Yes.
Of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Video game is fantastic. Board game was very well made. For trading card games, I'm probably on Flesh and Blood. That's one of my favorites right now. And then tabletop games, probably Kill Team is another one. So it's a Warhammer Kill Team.
Can you tell me a little bit about Flesh and?
He wants to say his favorite.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
His.
You're right. All right. I'm sorry.
What did you do? Board game, card game, war game?
Yeah.
Board game right now is called Dice Throne. That's what
Okay.
I'm playing quite a bit with my wife. It's nice and simple and easy to pack up and put away. Card games, I'm actively playing, not collecting Pokemon. There's a very big distinction with that. It's just nice, simple, easy to get into, quick games, then go on with your day. And then for war games, it's Age of Sigmar, just because I really like the fantasy theme with it.
Could you speak a little bit about the difference between actively collecting and playing? Because you made a very, very distinct difference there.
There are people who will come in and they will buy 50, 60 cards to put into binders and just build collections. And
But
build
not
sets,
play,
but not play the game.
Right.
I like to think of the store as my personal collection.
Okay.
So I let my guys deal with that. They can collect for me. I just want to play the games and enjoy myself and not gum up my house with a lot of things that my wife has already helped me bring into the store to get rid of from the house. So,
Gotcha.
What's your wife's name?
Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
Kendra and our little daughter are sitting at home relaxing. So.
Oh, hi, daughter, sick and relaxing.
And I was going to ask you, Flesh and Blood.
Yes.
Which I just heard about. I think they're playing it live over here.
Yes.
And also over there.
And there.
Is it relatively new, or has it been around for a while?
In Canada, it's relatively new.
Yeah.
It's under, I think it came to the Canadian market around 2019, 2020.
Okay.
So in the time span for everything, yes, it's old. Magic the Gathering is coming up. Actually, it just surpassed its 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Pokemon, same thing.
Yeah.
So it's a relatively new game out of a company from New Zealand.
Oh, really?
We got hooked up on it about 3 years ago, and then just started playing, noticed we were good at it, and have played at national level events for it. We've traveled to Seattle with it, and just all in all, it's a different style of game.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing, is there's so many different styles out
Yeah.
there, right? So the popular ones that are coming up, One Piece trading card game come out, so that's based on the anime. Flesh and Blood is kind of a little bit lesser known in Western Canada, but it is starting to gain traction. Grand Archive is another one, was some of the old developers from Magic the Gathering came out together and developed their own game. So there's tons of options out there, but it's really just what lane you want to go down, and
For sure.
if you want to be competitive with it, if you want to be casual with it, and finding the community that matches.
Would you have either for board game or card game or for word game, let's just do one of each, a recommendation for where someone might start as far as like what's a good place to get your foot in the door?
Card games are easy. Come to any of our Learn to Plays and start there. We have a lot of free demo decks, but if you're at home and you're just trying to find something, starter or 2-player decks are the best way to go because they're balanced to play with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And those will go for every game out there.
Right.
So basically what you want to do is find out what art style you enjoy the most. If you enjoy the art style of Pokemon, dive into Pokemon, pick up Learn to Play. If you like the art style of Magic, pick up the starter deck for Magic, find a friend, play the game. Same thing with Flesh and Blood. It's find your art style, find the game that you like, and try as many as you can. Because there's going to be some that you really enjoy and some that you don't. If you love One Piece, there's the anime, there's a game for it. If you love the TV show, there's the game for it. So you can kind of match your hobbies and your niches to whatever game you're playing.
Right. And about what is sort of the average buy-in on a starter deck, just to sort of try it out?
It can be anywhere. I think our Magic starter decks are about $23, $24 on the shelf. Okay. That's the 2-player set. They go all over the place. Flesh and Blood has bigger sets for starting out, which come with a mat and a few decks. Those are sitting around $70, $80, somewhere in there. So there's a wide range of it, but if you're buying singleton items, you're usually never spending over $20 on one thing.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you could get a deck to play for just about $20 with just a baseline entry level. We can build it for you with our singles collection, or you pick up the pre-constructed decks, and you'd be already looking $15 to $20 to get in.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, can we talk about we are live streaming.
Yes.
But what I also learned is, I don't mean to hold your hand.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I love you too, Todd. But you also do live streaming before, without us.
Yes.
There's a camera.
People do live stream without us sometimes, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Inventors of live streaming.
So what's
that about?
So that's a newer project that we have going on. Yeah. So the camera's on the side there. So
you wanna go and maybe?
Are we loud?
Yes, we have permission.
We can turn it over.
We've cleared it already.
Okay, so explain.
So basically what we've been doing is some of the larger events follow the camera. Okay.
All right.
So some of the larger events that have been going on in these games, a lot of them have major tournaments that are streamed for everybody to watch. So people in New Zealand and Brazil and across on the other side of the Canada can all watch the games being played, regardless if it's in France or LA or even here up in Canada. So with our purpose for the streaming is just to showcase the games and keep people interested. The other one too is a lot of people learn stuff from watching the games.
Sure, yeah.
So somebody will be watching and they may have a better idea on how a deck is supposed to be played, but then they watch the stream and they get a different perspective.
Right.
Or
they can armchair quarterback the game
exactly,
as well.
Right? Oh, absolutely. No, you can yell at the players all you want.
Right.
So we noticed that with a lot of the major tournaments, and we wanted to kind of replicate it here in the store with our local communities. So that's where it turned into.
Right.
Was now we just have the setup. It's still in a trial phase at the moment.
Is it going out via YouTube, Facebook? What platform is it on?
It's currently on YouTube at the Desert City Games YouTube page.
Okay. And are you planning that to be a fairly regular feature here, or is it just going to sort of depend on what's events are going on?
It'll be for mostly the major events.
Okay.
So anytime that we have substantial store championships like right now, or if we're qualified to host any of the regionals qualifiers, those will be times that we bring that down. And it's also fun for the players, and it's fun for people to watch. Someone at home is getting sick, then they aren't able to... Oh,
Your alarm.
That's my alarm there. There we go. Someone's at home and they want to see their friends play. We had a tournament here a couple months ago that we had people down from Prince George, Kelowna, all over. Even guys from Vancouver came up, and they were able to watch their friends play live stream while they're at home.
Very cool.
Yep.
The future is now, man.
Yes. And it's quite fun.
And my grandma from Vancouver can watch me right now.
Yeah.
Are you watching? Huh? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Send a message.
Yes, let her know.
Text Kelsey's phone if you're watching. I'm blanking on questions right now. You got anything?
Favorite color? I don't know.
All the one stuff.
Not orange.
How about
Why not orange?
Our entire store has orange hiding everywhere.
There's orange. It's one of my favorite colors.
little too much orange.
You're just tired of it by the end of the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very 70s.
I feel like it goes nicely with your sweater, though.
It does.
Which is also a kind of a 70s color. It is, yeah.
Are you planning on giving this place a facelift? I think it looks beautiful
We wanna get-
already.
We want to get rid of some of the white hiding in, like, on the brick and everything like that. We just haven't gone quite that far yet.
No,
What about a mural artist?
we have considered that. Yes, many times.
Oh, yeah.
If you are a mural artist and you would like to mural everywhere,
It's all a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's plenty of probably fascinating IP that could be thrown up on the walls.
absolutely.
what would be in the mural? Like you guys with a flag?
No,
on a-
definitely.
No, you don't want to be painting us.
No?
No. We'd probably aim for just all the games. Just I'd aim, hey, here's a section, do Disney, do Lorcana. Here's a section for Pokemon. Here's a section for
The Paramount
everything.
Theater has a mural in the ladies' washroom, at least.
And the men's washroom, too. And outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
There's talented people.
There is, and there's a ton of good artists around too. So that's something that we are not opposed to. And as long as that wall remains white, we're willing to take ideas.
Take ideas on what you
Yeah.
could replace the white with. I
Yeah.
was actually just looking at the Lorcana signs. That's a Disney-related trading card game.
Yeah, that one's Disney.
What?
I don't know. Oh, we can talk about
We
it.
can talk about it. We can't show it. So you should probably check to make sure that when you put the camera back down, it's still out of the frame, because I had it.
Oh no, we can just see the tips.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's fine then.
So, like, you've got cards from all of the different, like, Disney characters?
Yes. So Disney and a trading card company called, a board game company, Ravensburgers.
Ravensburger's a puzzle board game company. Yeah.
Yeah. So they came out, partnered up with Disney, and started producing a game out of it.
Wow.
So it's a major collectible game, but also has that player base too.
Right.
So it's similar to Pokemon, where you can be a collector or you can be a player,
Or presumably both.
or presumably both.
Yeah.
Yes. If you want to play with the collectible cards, you can do that.
Right. But, I mean, I think, like, as I understand it, like, part of the appeal of the collectible cards is that they're rarer, for one.
Yes.
And that in being rarer, are they not more powerful sometimes? Or
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
You can have a very powerful card that will have multiple iterations of its print. So it will have
I see.
a shiny edition, and
Right.
then a full art, and then an alternate art. And that alternate art is going to be the rarest one to get. It's probably going to be shiny, and it's also going to be the most collectible, but it's the exact same as the original.
Okay.
That's very enticing for ADHD people.
Yes.
Gotta have one of everything.
Shiny.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can have one of everything, but that's also where there's the line on the collectibles. So like what Rory said with collecting
Yeah.
Pokemon, he can go out and build a deck of all the shinies and all the full arts and stuff and play the game. The deck's going to cost you,
Couple grand.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then every time, presumably, like, you potentially are losing value on the card if you're playing them.
Just take care of your cards. Don't
Right.
throw them on the ground. Put sleeves on them. They'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
don't throw them when you lose.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So you can do that. You can build a $3,000 deck, or you can build a $50 deck,
Yeah.
and it's all the exact same
And
cards.
keep your $2,500 worth of cards
Exactly.
at home where they're safe.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you'll see a lot of guys that do
And then, do people sell it later on in life?
Yes. Yeah, so people, like it is part of our business. We're buying and selling cards. So we will take in people's collections, appraise them, evaluate them, and then offer them a trade for it.
Yeah.
So if they want store credits, they can get that. And then or we can fill out all the paperwork to do some cash as well.
Do the prices remain relatively static, or are they pretty volatile as
They're
far
all
as?
over the place.
Yeah.
We update every day at midnight. Our
Wow.
system updates, and there's a lot of changes
Yeah.
constantly.
The stock market.
What?
Yeah.
What is it? Just the rarity that drives the changes, or do you know?
Rarity, scarcity, playability. There's a lot of different factors for it. I know this morning we were trying to find an uncommon card from Magic, and it's like a $10 card. But it's uncommon. You can get one out of one every like 4 or 5 packs. It's just it's supply and demand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where most other cards are 25 cents. So
On an average, which game would you say has the most valuable cards if you wanted to pick one to invest in? And we're not asking for investment advice, because I'm sure you don't want to do that.
Neither of us are financial advisors. Don't
Exactly.
take this.
And exactly, don't consider this investment advice.
No.
Get an investment
Don't take
advisor
any of our
who
advice.
exactly never listen to anything we say.
I would say right now, my two would be Pokemon and One Piece.
anything with an IP backing it.
Right.
That's
Right.
the best way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, longevity of it, when you have that IP that backs it, makes a big difference. Lorcon is up there as well.
Yeah. So, because it's going to be, as long as the IP is around, there is theoretically interest in the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, to shift back over to board games just a sec, again, the question being like, what would you recommend as an entry point for someone who's maybe interested in trying something that isn't like Monopoly or the Game of Life or like a modern board game? What would be a good sort of entry point?
Entry point for it, obviously showing up to any of the game nights would be a big one. So ours happen on Saturdays at 2.
Yep.
So we get a couple guys come in, they sit down, they'll just play their games. But if you're thinking product-wise for it, there's so many different options. I'd say Wingspan, Finspan right now is a good one. That's quite popular. That would be my bet. Of course, always try one of the local games too. Contractor would be easy. But it's hard to say. It's very difficult to say. I don't know what.
Ember Guard from Games Workshop's really good too. It's nice.
That's
It's one
interesting,
box.
yeah.
It's contained. It's easy, and yeah, you can do all you want to customize it later. But out of the box, it's really accessible.
Yeah, probably Ember Guard from Games Workshop would be one of the better ones to start off
What
with.
sort of game is that? Is it?
It's like it's a war game. So
Okay.
you're trying to capture objectives and take out the enemies on the field, and it's just roll a dice and move.
Okay.
Yep, very simple.
Yeah. I find a lot of sort of modern board games can often have overwhelming rule sets sometimes to
Oh
start
my
with.
god, I black out every time, and then I make an excuse. I'm like, I gotta go, and then I just walk a dog.
Me and my wife opened up a game a couple weeks ago, and we got it all set up and everything like that. And we realized it's been 2 hours since we opened, took everything apart, and set up the game. And we're like, anyway, we're going to bed. Yep.
Yeah.
Packed it up, gone all through day.
Yeah, well, that's like with my fiance and I too. When we play Slay the Spire, Slay the Spire takes up my kitchen table for weeks on it.
Oh, so it's like an ongoing.
It's an ongoing thing. You can't sit and do it in 3-hour time stint. You can play it and play it and play it and play it. So it's one of those, you unpack it, we set it up, it sits there for a while, and we just kind of pick away at it each night. So there's some of those bigger games like that. But yeah, if you're starting off small, if you just want to do a game night with your friends, Ember Guard is a great one.
There should be a warning, like, by the way, this will take up most of your life for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Or a good chunk of space. Like I feel like there does need to on the boxes be that distinction of like this is going to need to live on your table for a while.
Yes. And I mean, some of that comes down to just when people come in and they ask us.
Yeah.
Right? Just having the knowledge to say, what do you need?
But it's like when you're working and you're thinking about going home, you're like, oh, I have a thing to look forward to work on. And that's the game.
Yeah,
Instead
absolutely.
of scrolling on your phone or watching TV. I think that's a really cool and productive thing to, I don't know, is it productive to play a game?
I don't think it's any less productive than doing anything else that's requiring, some amount of cognition. Like
It is good for your brain, though.
It is.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
But
And enjoy your hobbies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't always have to feel like you're being
But it's not
productive or
mindless.
bettering yourself with a hobby, right?
Yeah.
It's meant to be fun.
It's not a mindless task, though. I think that's the good thing about games. Is like
Yeah.
it keeps you going, working in some way.
Yes, you're always thinking.
One thing I think is interesting that I've noticed in the last few years is that there's more and more cooperative style games that also support single player modes.
Yes.
Because I'm always careful when I buy a game to make sure that it has a minimum players of at least 2.
Yep.
Because I sometimes only have access to my own.
My hunter.
Oh, they? Okay, you may need to get his dad to, if they're leaving. The paperwork is it.
There it is. Yeah, that's right in there. All good.
Okay. But yeah, single player games is it seems like it's becoming a more common thing with board games because quite often with older games you need to have a group of people you can play with.
Yep.
And I think it's really cool that like, and I feel like maybe 10 years ago telling someone, oh, I played a board game by myself, they would feel sorry for you. They would give you a hug. They would say like, do you need some friends? But like there are dedicated single player games out there that don't support any more than one player.
Yeah, especially with digital media like video games and stuff, it kind of followed that, where if you want to play a game by yourself or you don't have the ability or the availability to play with your friends, single-player games are great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, video games like that was sort of they started as single-player games, really.
And then it went and then they split.
Yeah, well, board games have done the opposite, where initially they were for groups of people, sometimes larger groups of people, and now they've grown to support playing by yourself or with just two people. And that's one of the things I really like on just really, you can glance at a board game and they have those quick little markers on them, like here's the number of players, here's how long it takes to play, here's the age range, and it's you can have a rough idea before you start what the buy-in is going to be, what the time is going to take. They don't always tell you like this much gameplay, this much setup.
Yeah.
Feels like that one was maybe good to know.
Yeah.
But
it definitely takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. How are we doing time? Because we have the other gentleman with GNS Collectibles here as well,
yes,
too.
Let's bring him in then. Let's talk to him.
You want to go and grab him there?
Yeah, that'd be great. Give us a quick little tip off of what GNS is. It GNS or G and S?
I want to say it's GNS, and
we'll wait for him to say.
We'll probably wait for him to say that because I have it as one way in one system and another in another. Don't tell him that.
Okay, I won't tell him.
So, but yeah, GNS, they're a local company, a couple guys who got together, and they supply us with a lot of the protective products for the trading cards. Okay. So the sleeves.
Also like the sleeves and, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so they're local guys that we've been working with for, pretty much since we opened here, and they've been amazing help. Yeah, also just having a local opportunity for those products being available in Canada.
Yeah. Was that sort of hard to,
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Skip.
You guys have been back here a while.
We have, yeah. So it's Skip.
Correct.
And GNS or G and S?
Just GS.
Just GS. There is nothing in the middle.
There is no and, there's no N, there's no nothing.
All right, we have been corrected now.
That's okay.
So you are in charge of, or you are like just tell it, instead of letting me guess. What do you do?
Oh, well, I've been helping these guys out kind of since you guys opened or shortly after.
Yeah, pretty much.
Helping with the Magic community. I've been a player for since I was this big. I started in elementary school, so kind of on and off with Magic over the years.
Yeah.
And these guys needed a hand kind of running events and stuff, so I've been coming out to all the events, doing a bit of judging for them, tournament organizing. The community here has been growing a ton. Like today, we just had a 8-person tournament this morning at 10, kind of just wrapped up when you guys were here.
It looks like right now there's a bunch of games, bunch of people, bunch of stuff.
So we have some other guys playing some Commander games going on, and we were testing for the big tournament in Montreal.
Okay.
That I think 11 guys from Kamloops qualified for.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's very cool.
Yeah. It's huge. I think it's 500-person tournament across Canada. So kind of the local champions from all the stores meet in Montreal. I think it's, $25,000 US first prize.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So would that be like if Kamloops people wanted to sort of, watch the big event over there, would that be live streamed?
Oh, totally. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube and Twitch. The main host is called Face to Face Games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they kind of sponsor smaller tournaments all over the country at different stores, and then 4 times a year, they bring all the winners together, something like that.
4 times a year.
4 times a year.
Yeah.
And this time it's in Montreal, but it's been in Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto. Big tournament.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
so
awesome.
What sort of how much of a money sink do you have to put into the game, would you say, to be competitive? Or is it not about money?
There's a bit of a money, like any hobby, there's a money aspect. But you can start playing for as little as $20 or $50. And then, you can just slowly over time upgrade your deck, change a card in, out, buy a $5 card that's an upgrade. Or, sometimes it's a 50-cent card that's an upgrade, right?
Right.
I'd say right now, the cards rotate. So every year new cards come out, so you can add new cards to your deck, take old cards out. Right now it's in a good spot. It's low barrier to entry. Cards are cheap right now.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always expensive, $20, $30, $40 cards, right? But you can easily put together a $50 deck, come down, have fun, be competitive.
Yeah.
It's not the guy who spends the most money is the best player.
Right.
By any means.
Right.
Not by any means. So, yeah.
So do you have a particular favorite? I mean, you said you were playing Pokemon from a young age?
I was playing Magic and Pokemon.
Magic, okay.
That's fine. I played Pokemon from a young age too.
What about now? Do you still play both those? Or
I've taken a lot of breaks over the years from cards. kind of got back into it, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Just playing Magic these days. And most of the time I'm not playing anyways.
You're here judging or helping
judging or
out.
helping them run the event. Today I played for the first time in, I don't know, a month or something like that. It's great just to play. Yeah.
What is it that you enjoy about the game?
Oh, I enjoy the community.
Okay.
That's the best part.
So
you know,
meeting people, meeting like-minded people.
totally. And like, you know, there was 8 of us today and we're all just hanging out and chatting and having a good time. A few of us were out at the pub last night. You know,
Nice.
it's all community of friends, right?
Right.
So this is just kind of a continuation of just hanging out, you know, instead of going to somebody's house or meeting at the pub or going to the park or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
or
like
playing a game in
yeah,
the
we're just playing a game.
garage.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally, right?
Yeah.
We're just hanging out. Yeah.
Oh.
And a lot of these guys are also going to that Montreal event too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So they're getting their testing in, you know, trying new cards, changing up their decks to see what's going to be best for Montreal.
Yeah. And that's the community side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Totally.
So, and you know, there's maybe to an extent on the community side, you know, helping, assisting with like, here, I'm going to help you test your deck to see if it's as strong as it can be, you know.
Absolutely. Like, I have one deck. It's just kind of a fun deck.
Yeah.
It's super cheap. It does well. You know, it holds its own. It's just
Yeah.
fine. I lent it to a guy last week who wanted to try it out. You know, the more you play and the more different decks you experience, the better player you become.
I would guess so,
right?
yeah.
And so, you know, I always kind of play with this style where I want to surprise my opponents with unique and different cards. You know, play a bit of the mind games a little bit, right?
Right, yeah.
So I don't know if Cole mentioned, but like with Magic, I think it's like 30,000 unique cards over the years have been printed.
Oh, my Lord.
Every card's different. It does something a little bit different.
Right.
So, you know,
So-
there's interactions between the cards
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are totally unique, right?
And that's the idea of the deck building side of
Yeah,
it. is
exactly. Yeah.
Putting together the cards that work best together and sort of...
Completely. Yeah, absolutely.
And I would guess as you're saying too, like, in order to sort of best understand the workings of different decks is to play them.
Yeah, you need to play everybody, and everyone has a little bit different deck, or
Yeah.
sometimes people's decks are totally different. And, you know, you're having to look at every card they play because you haven't seen any of those cards yet.
But like the little bit that I know about Magic the Gathering, for example, it feels like there's different... Like I remember learning like a black deck, and then there's like a green deck.
Yep,
and like,
totally.
they each have a different, or potentially have a different way of approaching the game.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
so in order to best understand your opponent, you have to have sort of maybe played a little bit of that deck to kind of get a sense of the strategy he might be using.
Totally. That's exactly how I feel too.
Yeah.
You know, the more you play, kind of the more understanding of the game you have. So, you know, more than money, experience plays a role.
Right.
But we have some guys in the community here who started playing a year ago, and they're at the top of the community.
Wow.
They put in the time, put in the effort. They love the game.
Yeah.
And some of those guys are going to Montreal.
Nice.
Been only playing for a year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's got to be very cool for just sort of an average dude who likes, you know, playing games, like have that opportunity.
Totally.
It's a lot of the... It's, two of you there. Well, I know for myself with it too, and maybe go into yourself, but the fact that like growing up, we were playing sports all the time. We were part of a team and we were traveling to all these different events. So I remember growing up and we're off to Vancouver, we're off to provincials, we're off to regionals and nationals. And that was the whole team that came together. And it's a very similar thing too now, where a lot of the guys who were not as active on the sports side of it, but just an average guy can come in, play the game, and then next thing you know, you're competing with 500 other people at a major tournament. And you're competing not for a small sum of money, but you're also going there as a team.
Yeah.
So there's that community side, and yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it too. Kind of getting back to that root of we grew up playing these games, played in those major tournaments, you remember those feelings, and now you get to have them again.
Yeah, so I mean, the money is a nice little potential thing at the end of the road, but going down the road, it's like often it's the journey, not the destination, right? It's the games, it's the friends, it's the socialization, it's all of that.
Well, and I know a bunch of the guys are using it as an excuse to take a trip to Montreal.
And why not, right?
That, you know, the Magic tournament for the 2.5 days is just part of their trip. They're going for a week, right?
Right,
and
yeah,
see
exactly.
The sights and,
you're going to Montreal anyway,
exactly.
like, get a few more days out of it, totally.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty close to being able to wrap up here.
Okay.
Do you guys have any last words you want to...
I'll let you handle any last words, Cole.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been doing a great job.
You know what, Skip? I always appreciate your help there.
No problem. I love helping you guys out. So.
Thanks, man.
Cheers. Kind of closing words on this one. I don't know much. It's just really come on down and check us out. We've been open since January last year. last March was our kind of grand opening with Venture Kamloops. Just like a couple of people to thank, obviously, as well, going through this process. Because when we closed down the previous shop, we had that period where we were working to build up and come back with a community and come back with the store itself.
Yeah.
So Venture Kamloops has been a huge help to everything. Anybody who is in a kind of more entrepreneurial spirit, who wants to try getting into a career or just building a side job, Venture Kamloops is going to be able to help them out. Community Futures was fantastic as well. So there's tons of resources everywhere for guys to start a business, and Rory and I are nothing special.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't just say I know that. You guys are just...
No, we're just normal guys.
Right, yeah.
Right.
But it's evidence that, you can just take an idea and take a passion and turn it into something.
You can, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. And just in any regard, our passion and our hobby was the trading cards growing up and board games and kind of that, we call them the nerd environment, right? Everybody that we were around, we were all nerds. Some of us played sports, some of us were the true nerds, some of us were cooks. Everybody has that passion for it. So, yeah, if you're looking to do it, find a passion, go for it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and in regards to just the space as well, the space, we're still only a year in.
Yep.
So we're going to be growing, we're going to be changing up stuff as it comes through, but everybody who comes out, we appreciate every single person that walks in the shop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on your first and a bit anniversary.
Yes.
Looks like you guys are doing great. Enjoyed hanging out and chatting with you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys were able to come down this time. Next weekend, we have another guy coming down too for our Pokemon event.
Okay.
So that's going to be part of our Learn to Play, which will be coming up. If you guys...
what are some next Learn to Play events if people want to swing by?
Yeah, so Learn to Play events. So we have one for Grand Archive that's coming up here I think it's the third Wednesday in April. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. We have the Pokemon Learn to Play, which is coming up next weekend.
Okay.
We also have the Magic pre-release that's happening next weekend too. So there's a new set coming out for that. We'll be hosting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Is that like an event where you get your first look at these new cards? Or
yes.
Yeah.
So it's a great spot to start because everybody starts on the same playing field.
Okay.
And you're all using those cards from that same event or from that new set.
Nice.
So those are major events coming up. Any bigger ones, we tend to post on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So our Facebook page is Desert City Games. And on Instagram, it's the Desert City Games Kamloops. Okay. We also have our website, which is desertcitygames.ca.
There you go.
It's Desert City Games all over the place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we love you guys checking us out. Check out our online shop too. We're always updating it. Check out the Facebook page. We're always updating what we're doing, where we are, celebrations, photos of the events. So, yeah, it keeps us busy, and we love doing it.
Awesome.
That's a great way to finish.
We were just wrapping up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything before we go? You came back just in time.
Yeah.
I love dogs. That's the way I would like to end.
All right. Well,
That's the quote of the day.
that's the quote of the day. Kelsey loves dogs. We'll see you later, Kamloops.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you, guys.